Welcome, Professor Kotzab, to Copenhagen Business School. Today is December the 15th. We are in the middle of the climate summit. I would like to ask you one question. What about supply chain management and the climate?
Thank you very much. Hello also. And before I start to answer your question, I have to make a confession. I am an eco-sinner. And why am I an eco-sinner? I drink, for example, my coffee with milk and with sugar. And thereby I create a huge carbon footprint. Just for an example, a cup of black coffee generates 65 grams of CO2. If we add milk to this, and it's better tasting then, we double the CO2. And if we then add the sugar, it's even more. Actually, what we have found out is that the private households are the most generating parties when it comes to CO2 in the coffee industry. Now we come to the supply chain management effect. If I would like to deliver the products that customers demand, right now I have the dilemma, I will create a huge carbon footprint. So I have to rethink this strategy. One of the points that we will have to rethink is, for example, do we need production outside in other countries, far, far away from the home markets? Or can we then expect that these production units are going to move back home? If this is happening, and some companies, actually in Denmark, some companies are rethinking that, we have to make sure that the society has also the right resources. We need the right educated people. We need the people with the best education and with the capabilities to do that job. And I also think that the consumers will be willing to accept maybe a little bit of a price increase. And this price increase should be, so to say, rewarding that we get a better climate. We may see new transportation systems. We see actually an effect by reducing speed. Speed has been one of the drivers to generate a better climate. We see ships going slower. We see actually a rethinking in transport mode choice, that we will move products by train instead of the lorry. And we may also see a rethinking in inventory holding strategies. Instead of having just-in-time generating a huge transport system, and in that sense cause a lot of emissions, we may see again a inventory holding policy so that we can reduce those transports, and so by that way can contribute to lower the emissions. So in that sense, I expect shorter supply chains. I expect actually more local supply chains, but I'm not expecting globalization to be reduced. I expect something that I call localization, which means I use the advantages of globalization and combine this with the advantages of being local.
Thank you very much.